Hello, everyone. I'm Ada with Infinity Fun and Travel, and this
I'm
is my husband Tom
I'm Tom Janisic.
with Infinity Fun and Travel. And my agent Susan from Denton, Texas is going to be joining us with her husband Ron.
Hi,
Hi, Sue.
Susan. Hi.
How y'all doing?
Doing good. Doing good. Surviving the heat.
How warm is it?
87 right now.
And what time is it?
It's 10 o'clock.
Oh, and what's your high today?
110. No, it's not. Yes, it is. What it went to. It's going to be in the upper 90s, right around 100.
Okay. Well, I think you can handle it. What we're going to do today is we're going to talk about, if I can get in here a little bit, we're going to talk about cruising. And we brought them along to see if they can tell us about we took them on a cruise for the Prima last year. And we're getting ready to go on a group, and we're going to call the group Grumpy Seniors or Grumpy Geezers. Because if this was a hilarity before this live stream, you wouldn't believe it. Anyway, we were going to show you what it was like whenever we were on the Prima or talk about it. And the Prima is different. Prima is with NCL, and that had different small venues all over, but it was still a pretty large ship. And the guys really loved it. And you still have dining rooms with the Prima. You have where you would go if you choose to, your dining room for breakfast or for supper. But the difference with them is they had a large cafeteria or venue that had a lot of kiosks, and you went and sat at the table and you could order your food and they would bring it to you. And it was Japanese kiosks, barbecue, yeah, barbecue, and we loved that. And that was on the Prima. And the Prima had sidewalks. And you want to talk about the sidewalks?
Yeah, it had a glass sidewalk on the edge of the ship. I'm going to say it was I don't know, 100 feet long. You could walk on it. Ron and I, we traveled around on scooters, and I used to get seasick, and Ada come up with a little wristband that went on your wrist right here, and it had a BB that pushed right here, and that BB made it so I didn't get seasick at all. Totally enjoyed that. Had no problem at all with it. Motion sickness. We had other things that Dramamine to try to correct it. Never had to use it. So that part for anybody that has any questions about motion sickness, that can be cured.
We have been married 52 years since we were 16, very young. And he has had a history. I mean, he can't. Sometimes we live on Lake Erie. Sometimes, even if you look at the lake, if the waves were going, it would mess him up at certain times. And he just never could go on a ship. And he said, whenever I decided I established my business 8 years ago, and I wanted to find out what I wanted to do. And I wanted to make it so seniors and people in midlife had more of an adventure in life instead of being limited to what you could do. I wanted to live more of our life. So, and I wanted to make it so other people could too. So I went in, I left the job that I was at and started my business. And so I was doing my business, and I said, I'm not going to leave you here. You're going to have to go with me. And he goes, I can't go on a ship. And I'm like, well, we got to find a way. And that was after 50 years of fighting this seasickness. So I finally found the little bracelet that works, and it's like a miracle to us.
So after all that was put aside, it it was just so nice. I can't tell you that one end of the ship was better than the other because it's fun to go to the back of the ship and watch the propulsion of the props turning in the water. The blue water was so pretty. You go up front, you get to go around that You don't have to go on that glass sidewalk. You can go inside on the Prima. If the weather's bad, you can still go all the way around the ship, and you get out front, and it's nice to see where you're going when you're coming in port. It, but the biggest thing I remember was how good the food was. Ron and I would sit down, and I like Asian noodles. You could sit there and have all you wanted, or maybe one day we tried barbecue. And if you wanted to go back to the Asian noodles, they were as good every day. But the biggest thing was there were so many varieties of food to try. It, and it was all good to me. There was nothing that I didn't really care for.
And this was a business trip. So me and my agent, we had other things that we had to do. So the two guys went roaming around the ship. So we'll tell you a little bit later. We are starting a group, and it will be on Virgin. And after I talk to Ron and Sue about their experience on Prima, we're going to show you some pictures of what Virgin is like, and to address it, what it's like for seniors or 55 plus, whatever you want to be called. But anyway, let's hear from Susan right now. And let me go back here. I'm new at this, so
yes, we're all new. Yeah, we loved the Prima. Of course, it was brand new ship, got to go on, and that was exciting for us to get to do. And the ship was just beautiful to walk around, and there's so much to see and do. And like Ada said, we were in classes most of the day, training, and so the guys got to enjoy more of the ship than we did.
Yes, we did. And being on a scooter, I thought it'd be crazy, but actually we got around really well on it. I mean, people got out of the way. I mean, we can go anywhere on the ship with that scooter, and we did really well on it. So if people out there can't think they can't go on and take their scooter or whatever else, or in a scooter, you can do it. And the elevators are big enough that you get on there and go anywhere you want to go with it.
We were in just a regular stateroom. We didn't get a handicap room, and we could pull the scooter in there at night and plug it up. I think put theirs out in the hall and plugged it in, but ours, we put it in the room without any problem. And so the rooms are nice size and very, very nice with the balcony and all that. Gives you extra room.
What entertainment did y'all see on the Prima? I know you didn't go on the go-kart.
No, we got in one and took pictures.
But that was an awesome track, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yes.
I was going to go on it, but then I thought, how am I going to get out of this thing? So I didn't go on it.
And it was at Christmas time, and they had this one room with this Christmas village made out of cakes and goodies and everything that was just so pretty. We took pictures of it.
Yeah, it was all desserts. Everything was made out of desserts, but it looked like a Christmas village. It was really neat.
Well, we're still on that idea of that go-kart track. I didn't realize it, and Ron told me later that it was like laser tag. In other words, if you're not riding on the go-kart, you can have your friend go around the track, and you shoot this gun at a blinking light at the roll bar on the back of the cart, and it gives them a boost of extra energy. And this thing it looks like pavement on a racetrack with lines on it and everything, but it goes down 3 stories, 3 floors. And if you have a younger adult with you, or a younger person, let's say, and they don't want to drive, they make bigger scooters. Or if you have a little child, you can strap them in. They give you a helmet for everybody to wear.
You mean on the go-kart?
On the go-kart.
It wasn't a scooter, it's go-kart.
And you can have family fun. for the whole family on the go-karts. It is an extra cost, but it was really neat.
Yeah.
Oh, then for the kids, they have all the activities. They had all kind of sports and ball.
Shuffleboard,
Yeah, well, yeah, and
basketball,
basketball courts
baseball.
and golf. You could shoot golf. You could play darts. You could do so many different things. They had a lot of activity on the upper decks. Plus, they had the slides.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, the slides were awesome. We didn't do the slides, but I am a daredevil, and I usually do. I love I love Cedar Point here. That I go on the worst roller coasters they got, so I love them. But okay, let's talk about the Virgin. Now, Virgin is going to be totally different. When you go to the Virgin
Virgin Lines.
Virgin Voyages, they have nothing but small venues everywhere. They do not have a main dining. The ship is beautiful too, but the venues, they have like just seating areas where someone will start playing, an artist will start playing music and different types of music. He could be a guitarist. This one could be a soloist. This could be just a singer, or they have games all over the ships. Sue, what are some of the things that you saw on the Virgin?
I
On Scarlet Lady.
Yeah, just the venues were just so easy. You just be walking around and see something, hear some music you like, and just sit down and listen. That was really nice and enjoyable.
When we first got there, it was crowded, but it dispersed, and we didn't see that many people.
No,
in the shopping area, or when they were playing games, it got a little bit crowded. Not too crowded, like it does on some of the really large ships. Scarlet Lady is not as large as the Prima, which makes it nice.
And the thing about Virgin Voyages, all of their ships are the same. So when you get on, we were on Scarlet Lady, but if we took another one, we would not get lost. We would know where everything was. And so a lot of people like that. And of course, y'all know it's no children, no one under 18. And so not that kids have ever bothered me on the other cruise ships, but I know some people they really want to get away.
The only thing you hear, and it's not that bad, and it was really only the last night when it was the end of the cruise, was the top deck. Everybody went and partied because it was the last night. And it wasn't even that bad. It was just, you could hear people laughing and, playing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I love that part. But what I really liked was I like getting a drink and going and sitting on the balcony. And I love that.
Yes.
But at the end of the night, when you and I would go back to our room, usually, you'd go your separate way and I'd go my separate way. Well, on the Virgin Voyages, we were able to sit and watch a movie, a good movie. And what was the movie with, I can't think of what it is. Can you?
I know, but I can't think of it. It's been.
Tom Hanks was in that movie that you liked.
Tom Hanks.
Seattle?
No, man.
Oh.
Grumpy old man in it.
Yeah, it was. We enjoyed sitting there. Before we went to sleep, we watched that movie, and that was when it had first come out.
Mm-hmm.
It hadn't been out very long. In fact, I don't even think it was out yet. We got to see that night.
Right.
Mr. Somebody, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It was the guy's name. But we watched a couple of movies and said, "Oh, we got to go home and our husbands have to see these. They were good." So that was good having entertainment in the room.
It was excellent. Let me show you what the room looks like. I'll add that to the stage here.
Very nice.
We did not keep it together. What we did was divided the beds. We always divide the beds whenever we share a cabin. Mm-hmm. So they don't, generally when you go to a cruise line, they put the twin beds together. This one, they couldn't do it. They had to turn it to the side. So they were comfortable too. I also, when I'm on a cruise, I have to have them do something to the bed. They put pads on it or something for me.
Topper.
Yeah, a topper. And you didn't have to do that with these beds. These beds were comfortable. Let me show you. This is what it looks like on the back of the ship. We have to work during the day generally when we're on a cruise, and we take calls, and we have business hours 9 to 5 Eastern time, or 9 to 6 between Eastern and Southern time. So we are on the cruise deck generally at that time. And let me show you what it's like on the. You're sitting here in this drive. It is nothing but beautiful. And like I told her, it's pretty rough.
Just watch that.
What?
I said I could sit there all day and just watch that. I mean,
I know.
It's peaceful.
That's beautiful.
It's
They have tables in the back where you sit and you bring your food out from the cafeteria and you can sit there. It is really nice.
Or you can order. They have it's called the dock house. That was our favorite.
Oh yeah, that was at the other end of the ship.
We would go every afternoon to the dock house, and they will come and take your order. It's kind of like hors d'oeuvres, little snacks, and it was like
fajitas. What was my favorite there? It was
fajitas and some shrimp on skewers, and we would order that every afternoon. It was so good, but it was just such a nice place to just go and relax.
Yeah. Now, let me show you what the ship looks like. This is the rear. There are eels down there. You're in Cozumel. And that's the ship. And that one's Scarlet Lady, but they all look the same. I don't think there's any difference between the 4 ships.
No, the only difference is going to be your destinations.
Okay. And one other thing. Well, this is the ship too. I believe this is on Bimini. That's their private island. Well, I thought that would be more, but anyway. And
we were a little nervous about going on this, being adults only, and we'd heard rumors that it was risque and everything, but we did not feel uncomfortable at all. I would recommend it for people our age.
Right. Conservative Christians, we were fine with it. It was a wonderful time. So let me see if I have anything else. Did I? Let's see what this is. Oh, this is just another
view.
A view of the ship.
And every balcony has a swing on it that Ada loved.
Yeah, I did. Well, I love the balcony anyhow. On any of these ships, I love it. Show us Molly. Molly wants on.
Yeah, she's wanting to know what's going on.
She's like, I want some attention. Oh. She's our mascot.
She's our mascot. Look at that, Molly. Yeah. Say hi.
She wants to go on Virgin too, but we can't let her.
Yeah, when I was packing my suitcase, it was in the floor, and she went and sat on it. You're not leaving without me.
All right. Well, Any closing thoughts, guys? Let's
No.
see.
Yeah, we just can't wait till the next one.
Our next one is going to be the celebrity, but what we want to that's the big one that we're going to be going on. But Virgin, we're thinking about now that we're going to call this the grumpy. What do we say? Grumpy geezers. This was hilarious this morning trying to get this set up. Trust me. But we're thinking about. Well, we have about 10 cabins. So if we can get somebody to go along with us, we're going to have a group and it's going to start filling up. It is filling up, but we still have about 5 cabins left for this group because we hadn't even announced it yet. If you're interested, give us a call, and our number is 855-229-5723. I should be putting it up here. Let me see if I can do it. And yeah, I can put it up there for you. And the company name
You're on TV.
is Infinity Fun and Travel. So if anybody wants to go with us, you're welcome to call, and we can get you set up. And we are thinking probably next year. It's probably going to be next summer that we're going to do this. Does that sound good to you, Sue?
Yes. Well, we have to book it that far in advance because those ships fill up, and the days of just booking at the last minute are gone.
Oh, right. I mean, it overfills. You know. So yes.
My last thought is the next one I go on, I'd like to take binoculars. You get out there on that cruise ship and you're amazed of how much water is way out around you, and at night you can see some lights, and it might be another ship passing by, but you're going to be surprised if this is your first tour on a cruise ship, at just how much water is really out there. And we're, like Ada said, we're near Lake Erie. There's 40 miles between us and Canada. We thought that was big, or I did anyhow. And this is way more beyond that and beautiful.
There's many people that I talked to. I talked to someone yesterday, and their children went cruising, and they're hesitant about going cruising, and then you don't know if you're going to like it. That's why you go on a group cruise, and that's why you go with seniors, and that's why you try something different in your life to find out what it is before you kick the bucket. Do something you like. Don't say, I wish I had done it. And here, when you go with Infinity Fun and Travel, we are concierge, and we specify and certify seniors. We take care of seniors. We're there for you. So if you'd like to go, give us a call and join our group and come have fun. I mean, even if you're a senior and you're single, give us a call and let's see what we can do with you.
No problem.
Okay?
All right.
Y'all have a great day.
We're going to have to say goodbye now, and let's see how we're gonna set this up. We don't even know the date yet. So that's why we're going to get together, figure out what we're going to do, figure out the amenities that we're going to need for this ship, and how many people we got to go. So we'll talk to you later, and thank you for joining us. And it's a little bit of a haphazard, but we got through it. So
All right.
talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.